I'm George McCraney, DUI criminal defense attorney and serious injury attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. Today I wanted to talk about when can you videotape law enforcement in Georgia. And there's a lot of people out there asking these questions. I've had people ask me these questions for a long time, so I wanted to answer that question for you now. Here's what you're looking at. We've all seen videos where the officer comes up and tells people, hey, you got to put that camera down, you can't video us. They instruct them to stop videoing, this kind of thing. Now, here's the way it works in Georgia. In Georgia, all right, as long as you're not driving a vehicle, okay, and you're not interfering with the officer conducting his duties and going about his duties, then you're not in trouble. You can video law enforcement. Now, here's the thing. In Georgia, I had a lot of these questions, especially after our new hands-free law. Now, our new hands-free law says that you can't have, you can't support any cell phone in your hand, electronic devices, this kind of thing. But in Georgia, as long as you are not driving the vehicle, okay, as long as you are parked, then you can video law enforcement. It's not a problem. So the hands-free law doesn't interfere with that. Now, like I say, as long as you're not driving and you're not interfering with the officer conducting his duties, you should be able to video without any issues whatsoever. It should not be a problem, and you should not be violating any law. Now, this is specific to Georgia. Now, it might not apply in your state. Georgia is a single party state, okay? One knowledge state. So as long as one person knows it's being videoed, and that would be you if you're doing the videoing, you don't even have to let law enforcement know that you're doing it. They don't have to give you permission, anything like that. So Georgia law allows its citizens, drivers, to record police even without that officer's knowledge. Now, again, that might not apply in your state. And if you've got a question about this, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 833-927-6227, or you can go online to McCraneyLawFirm.com or YouTube, and you can find a lot of videos. We've got probably 100 videos on YouTube so far, all answering all kinds of different questions and updating you on Georgia laws. Now, my advice on this is if you got an officer that comes up to you and says, hey, you got to put that down, you're interfering with me conducting my duties and fulfilling what I'm supposed to do, my advice is don't risk getting arrested unless you've got plenty of money to go hire lawyers and plenty of time to go to court, all right? But if they order you to stop videoing, my advice is don't take a chance on being charged with obstruction of an officer, because remember, they don't have to be able to convict you at the time. They just have to have enough reasonable suspicion and to be able to arrest you. And if you're arrested, you're in trouble. All right, it costs you a lot of money, costs you a lot of time. Here's what I'd recommend doing. If they tell you to stop videoing, then what you should do is complain to their supervisors. Make an official report. If it's serious enough, go speak with a civil rights attorney about it. That's what you want to do. Now, my second piece of advice on this is be smart about how you use your camera. If you're stopped for a traffic offense, don't move too fast and shove your camera out the window at the officer, this kind of thing. You don't want your camera to be, or your cell phone, to be mistaken for a weapon, okay? That wouldn't be good for anybody, especially you, all right? So be smart about how you use your cell phone, your camera. You shouldn't have any issue. And the third thing is remember that Georgia is a one-party consent state. The officer does not have to give permission to be videoed. All right? If you have any questions about a DUI criminal case, an issue with video and law enforcement, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 833-927-6227 or online at McCraneyLawFirm.com or on YouTube. We got a lot of videos there, and you can find a lot of helpful information. Also, I've reserved some of my latest books that I have, which is The Truth About Your Georgia Criminal Case. If you have a question about a Georgia criminal case, my book will go through and tell you the entire process from beginning to end of how a criminal case goes through the Georgia criminal system. If you'd like a free copy, as long as we've got some copies still with the publisher, and I think we're down to like 27 now is my understanding, but as long as we've got copies left, we'll be glad to send them to you absolutely free. It won't cost you a dime, and it's great information. But now remember, as good as the book is, gives you a lot of good information, it doesn't take the place of an experienced and knowledgeable criminal defense attorney. If you've been charged with a crime in Georgia, my advice is always at least go talk to a lawyer. Talk to the best criminal defense lawyer that you have available to you to give you an idea of what your options are. Because if you don't know what your options are, it's kind of like being in a dark room. You don't know what's there. All right, at least go talk and find out what you can find out about your case. The lawyer will be glad to help you. If you got any questions about a DUI, criminal case, personal injury case, or family-based immigration, feel free to give us a call. 833-927-6227. We'll be glad to help you.